Hello everyone, we are from Group 3 and today we would like to present our material on coastal spatial planning strategy as a mitigation effort for abrasion disaster in the Bantul coastal area. My name is Imelda and I am here with Renata, Nurul and Mangesti. Together, we will guide you through the key points of our study.
So, first is the background. Bantul Regency is a coastal area with quite serious environmental problems. These include abrasion and the impact of climate change, which have caused the coastline to recede, damage ecosystem, and threaten economic activities such as tourism and fishing. It is important to discuss coastal area, especially Bantul, which face the greatest environmental pressure in the Spatial region of Yogyakarta, particularly coastal erosion and the increasing impact of climate change. Damage to the coastline, loss of land, and threat to the ecosystem make the Bantul coastline highly vulnerable and in need of special attention. In addition, this area is a center of economic activities such as tourism, fishing, and small business, so that if the coastline is damaged, the welfare of the community will also affect. Besides that, this has several impacts. First, physical damage to the beach, like erosion and collapse of coastal cliffs and significant retreat of coastline. Second, damage to the buildings like stalls, toilets, and tourist building on Depok Beach will damage and or collapse, and residence house is in the erosion area also affected. Third, threat to critical infrastructure like runway is only 52 meters from the shoreline. Fourth is narrowing of the green belt. And the last is economic loss for the community, like tourism revenue has declined due to damage to facilities and residents have suffered material losses.
Talking about the purpose of this study, the purpose of this study is to analyze the suitability of current spatial use along the Bantul coastline and to evaluate the coastal morphology concepts applied in managing these areas. Furthermore, this study aims to formulate a recommendation for coastal spatial management that aligns with environmental sustainability principles, ensuring that development along the shoreline supports ecological balance and long-term resilience. Now, when we look at where abrasion is actually happening, the most significant cases in Bantul Regency are found in two main areas, that is, Pelangi Tolwolu Beach and Depok Beach. At Pelangi Tolwolu Beach, abrasion is driven largely by natural factors. The beach is directly exposed to strong wave energy and has minimal coastal protection. As a conservation and turtle education zone, this makes the area especially vulnerable to shoreline retreat. In contrast, Depok Beach faces a different set of pressure. Here, abrasion is intensified by human activity, particularly dense tourism, unregulated building construction, and the decline of natural vegetation. All of this reduce the coastline's natural ability to absorb wave energy. By comparing these two sites, it becomes clear that both natural processes and human action plays major roles in shaping coastal conditions. This contrast also shows why each location requires a tailored site-specific management approach to effectively address abrasion.
Person in charge. Number 1, Bantul Regency Government and Yogyakarta Regional Government. 2, coastal communities and tourism stakeholders. 3, academics research conducting studies. As an example of the government's effort is preparation of an integrated spatial plan. The Bantul Regency Government, together with the Yogyakarta Regional Government, developed a coastal spatial plan that integrates coastal areas management, environmental protection, and waste-led utilization. The zoning approach is applied to separate areas that have ecological function from areas that are intended for development.
The beaches in Bantul are facing serious erosion, so strategic measures are needed to protect them. Several solutions have been implemented, including the construction of breakwaters to reduce wave, the expansion of green belts with pine trees and sea pandanus, since the coastline is not suitable for mangrove trees to grow. The reorganization of coastal land use, community involvement in conservation, and regular monitoring of the coastline to identify erosion trends. Based on a SWOT analysis, the strength is lie in vegetation such as pine trees, pandanus, and mangroves. Together with sand dunes, acts as a natural barrier that helps weaken sea waves and reduce coastal erosion. However, the weaknesses are the high rate of erosion and the lack of coastal spatial planning, resulting in narrowing coastline and damage to public facilities. On the opportunity side, collaboration between the government and the community enables conservation development and the use of modern technology for coastal mapping and monitoring. Meanwhile, threats come from climate change, including sea level rise and extreme weather, which can accelerate abrasion and damage to the coast. By understanding this condition and implementing integrated solution, we can preserve the coastline, minimize erosion, and protect the coastal ecosystem and facilities in Bantul.
The situation along the Bantul coastline shows the abrasion is not only a natural process, but also the result of interaction between climate, human activity, and weak spatial control. Integrated coastal spatial planning therefore requires a combination of structural measures, such as constructing breakwaters alongside nature-beside solutions like restoring coastal vegetation and reorganizing land use according to zoning principles. However, its effectiveness depends on consistent enforcement of regulation and adaptive management. Overall, Bantul serves as an important example for Indonesia coastal regions in building results through data-driven planning, nature-beside solution, and cross-stakeholder collaboration.
The following are the books, journals, and articles that served as references in the preparation and analysis of the present material. We extend our sincere gratitude for the time, opportunity, and attention that have been generously given to this work.